Hurricane Ida is an explosively intensifying hurricane that is approaching the Gulf Coast of the United States. The ninth named storm, the fourth hurricane, and second major hurricane of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. Ida originated from a tropical wave first monitored by the National Hurricane Center on August 23, moving into the Caribbean Sea and developing into a tropical storm on August 26, 2021. On August 27, 2021, Ida became a Category 1 hurricane and initiated rapid intensification on the next day, becoming a Category 2 hurricane at 1800 Coordinated Universal Time on August 28. Ida further intensified into a Category 3 hurricane by 6 o'clock Coordinated Universal Time on August 29, and within an hour, became the first Category 4 hurricane of the season. On August 23, the National Hurricane Center first noted the potential for tropical cyclone development in the southwestern Caribbean Sea, related to a tropical wave that entered the eastern Caribbean Sea on the same day. By August 25, the NHC assessed a high likelihood of development as the wave moved westward through the Caribbean. On the next day, the system's convection, or thunderstorms, became more organized to the south of Jamaica. At 1500 Coordinated Universal Time on August 26, the NHC classified the system as Tropical Depression 9, about 115 miles south-southwest of Negril, Jamaica. The classification was due to the organization of the convection and the storm's circulation center. Upon its development, the depression was moving northwestward, steered by a ridge located over the western Atlantic Ocean. Favorable factors in the system's further development included warm waters of the northwestern Caribbean Sea, low wind shear, and a moist environment. Late on August 26, a hurricane hunter's flight indicated that the depression intensified into tropical storm Ida. Initially, the storm had an asymmetric structure, with its strongest winds and deepest convection located east of the center. This was due to some southwesterly wind shear, which gradually lessened as Ida moved toward northwestern Cuba. Its structure improved, with more outflow, increased rain bands, and the organization of the convection into a central dense overcast to 948 millibars and a minimum central barometric pressure of 933 millibars. Satellite imagery showed Ida as a very well-structured system, with slightly uneven cloud cover with more of the convection being in the southern quadrant as opposed to other quadrants. A clear, symmetrical eye was also apparent, with a robust center surrounding it. As of 8 a.m. Central Daylight Saving Time south-southeast of Grand Isle, Louisiana and 100 miles. The minimum barometric pressure is 930 millibars from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 140 miles from the center of Ida. For the latest official information, see 800 individuals, including teachers and students in Guanahakebibe's Peninsula that monitors the turtles in the place. On August 28 were evacuated due to Ida, according to the head of civil defense in the area. La Palma also sheltered 6,281 people from the storm. On August 27, the preseason game for the Arizona Cardinals and New Orleans Saints, which was supposed to be held the next day, was cancelled due to the storm's forecast of being a major hurricane at the time of its landfall. Before this, the game's start was moved to noon CDT from the originally scheduled 7 p.m. Central Daylight Saving Time. Governor John Bell Edwards declared a state of emergency in response to the storm. On August 28, 2021, New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell issued a mandatory evacuation for all parts of the city which are outside of its flood protections area. Also on August 28, U.S. President Joe Biden signed an emergency declaration for Louisiana ahead of the storm. In Mississippi, at least 15 school districts and universities were ordered to close on Monday, August 30, 2021, along with a dozen casinos ahead of the impact of the storm. The precursor to Ida triggered flooding in western Venezuela on August 24, killing 20 people. In Cuba, Numerous palm trees were downed on Isla de la Juventud due to hurricane force winds that struck the island. Le Fay alone recorded 43 knots winds and gusts up to 62 knots on August 27. Many houses were also destroyed by strong winds and branches of trees were snapped in La Coloma, Pina del Rio. Los Palacios and Consolación del Sur also lost electricity, according to a local newspaper in the province. Despite the hurricane, many hospital workers continued to work under the rage of the storm.